frosting of a flower. Got a little piece of the just like so. Notice this one doesn't have stem. Okay, just roll it up there. Just stuff the cheese in. It's kind of like a casserole chili relleno when it comes out. It's very tasty. They're pretty difficult to make too sometimes. Okay, I guess I didn't cut enough cheese, but I'll just stuff whatever I have left in the chilies. It'll still work. Okay. Stuff it in there. And I look like I have a little bit of this cheese right here. This is for later, but we'll just take this one and stuff it in there. Like so. Like I said, you can use just about any kind of cheese, whatever your preference is. Okay, so we've got all the chilies just lined up there in the pan. Don't matter what they look like. Okay. Okay, now what I'm going to do is this egg mixture that I just whipped up. This is very simple now. I'm just going to pour it over the top of the chilies. Remember, they're stuffed with the cheese and everything. So I'm just going to pour it all over the chilies. Make sure you layer, make sure you cover all the chilies. Okay, just kind of like so. Just kind of get them all covered. What's going to happen in the oven is this is going to expand. They're going to fluff up because of the egg whites. That's why you have to beat the egg whites until they're stiff. Okay, so now I'm going to put this in the oven at 350 for about 15 minutes until it turns golden brown. And then we'll take it out, and then I have a salsa topping that I like to put on and then melt that. So right now let's get this in the oven for 15 minutes, and then we'll come back when it's finished. Okay, set the timer for 15 minutes. Okay, and then we're done. Okay, we'll see you in 15 minutes.
Yeah,
okay, I'm going to check my chili rellenos. They've been in the oven for about 15 minutes. Light golden brown is what I'm looking for. So let's pull them out of the oven. Yes, that's exactly what I'm looking for right now. They're not completely done. I just want the top of the crust to be like a light brown, because right now what I've done is I have taken a can of diced tomatoes and I look for the one with the green chilies or the jalapenos, okay? And what I've done is I've pureed it in a blender or whatever, and I put a little cilantro in there to give it a little flavor. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pour it over the top, like so. Give it a little chili flavor. Get it evenly. Okay, just like that, okay? And then I've got a little bit of shredded cheese to sprinkle on top. And what I like to do when it's finished cooking, I like to serve this with rice and beans and make it like a Mexican dinner night. Okay, so now this is going to go back into the oven for about another 10 minutes. Make sure that it's completely cooked, maybe 15. We'll have to check it or whatever. But okay, so it's going to go back in the oven at 350 and cook another 10 to 15 minutes. We'll check it. Okay, so we'll set the timer for 10 and then I'll check it. Okay, and then in the meantime, while this is cooking, I can start making my rice and beans or whatever I'm going to serve for dinner or whatever, but I prefer beans and rice. Okay, we'll come back in 10 minutes. Okay, I think my chile rellenos are ready to come out of the oven. I'm going to check them. Oh yes, that looks great. That's right there. Yes, they are done. I actually had to cook them for 15 minutes longer just to make sure the egg mixture in the casserole is cooked all the way through, because you don't want to have to cut into it and find out it's not ready. So this is what it kind of looks like. You'll see it bubbling when it's done. So we're going to let that cool for about 5 minutes because it's kind of too hot to cut right now. So I'll come back in 5 minutes and then we'll cut it up. In the meantime, while your chile rellenos are cooking, it's a good time to make your beans and your rice or whatever you want to have. I already said that once in the program, but yeah, it's that way when the chile rellenos are finished, you have your whole dinner ready, prepared. Okay, we'll see you in 5 minutes after it cools. Okay, it is cooled for about 5 minutes now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slice it. Try to figure out where the chilies are. I can see the stems right there. That's why sometimes it's always good to have the stems. It doesn't really matter because it's kind of like a casserole dish. So let's see what we can come up with here. And usually I like to serve 2 chilies per plate. Sorry. And that way it gives them the... Okay, so. That smells wonderful. Ah, that smells so good. Okay. And there's like a whole chili right there. There's, looks like a chili and maybe a half. I'm not sure, but okay. Look at that. Whole chile relleno. Oh boy, doesn't that look good. Okay. Well, that completes my chile rellenos for today. Come back tomorrow and we'll see what we're serving up tomorrow.